Oh my goodness, I gotta say, just over 7 months seems like an eternity since we were on the air. It is so good to be back with everyone. Welcome to the Bob and Barry live preview show. Let's see, it's got to be the other way. It's my co-host, partner in crime, Santa Barry. You coming? Say hello.
Hey, good to see everybody. Hope everybody's having a happy 2022. And I hope you had a great season. Those that wears red and the green elves also. Good to see everybody and be back with you this year.
Yes, indeed. And we might as well go ahead and add this is Monday, January 10th, 2022, just so that we can catalog our live events. That way, when you click in to watch a replay, you instantly know which show you're on. So, anyway, hello, Adam. Good to see you back, man.
Good to see you,
And
Adam.
I want to welcome everyone who has made it through the season unscathed. Those of you who may have came down with illnesses, we hope that you're feeling better. And we got a fantastic Tuesday Night Live show for you tomorrow night. Cannot wait to get it started again. Barry, you want to tell them about our guest?
Absolutely. Tomorrow night we're going to have Santa Stephen Arnold from Memphis, Tennessee. Stephen is the president of the iBurbs there, and he's located in Memphis. He also does Santa Claus and has a business on the side of making all sorts of toys for Santa and things like that, buttons, keys. He does a lot. He's into book publishing, so he's going to be a great guest.
Yes, he will. And for tomorrow night's show, we're going to not only talk about IBRBS, but we're going to talk about the International Santa Celebration in Atlanta in April. There's a lot of questions around that due to the fact that it got canceled due to COVID. Its original date time. And so there's a lot of questions on how do we, make sure that our reservation or that we still have our a banquet paid for. So he's going to clear up all this stuff and let everyone know the ins and the outs of how to join IBRBS, the different benefits that they offer. And we'll find out about Toys for Santa, which is, again, Stephen's Santa-related items that he sells and manufactures, actually designs most of that himself. So it's going to be a great show. We want to kind of jump into what we're going to try to do for the Tuesday Night Live show this year. We got some new segments that we've been talking about. Not real sure how often we will have these segments, but we've just thrown together a few things. One of the segments that we'll have is segments on mall Santas and the different types of visits that you have and how you work with your set crew and the different sets and that sort of thing. We're also going to have fails from the chair, which will be kind of related to the same thing. It won't only be for mall or chair jobs, but just anything. I mean, even when you go into a home visit and sit down, things that could go wrong sometimes do go wrong. How do you handle that? And your response to that is part of what we're looking for there. We're going to highlight the different Santa groups, the chapters. Tell them about that, Barry.
Yeah, we're going to go around the country, and if you're in don't have to be iBurbs, but just a chapter to where several of you Santas get together, get in touch with me. We'd like to talk to you. We're going to go around and spotlight chapters from all over the world. And we're going to, if you have any kind of special events coming up, maybe we'll talk about that. But just like to get to know each and every chapter out there that's around the United States and Canada and the world overseas. I know we have viewers from all over the world for this program, and we appreciate you being with us. And, we'd like to talk to you about, what you do specifically in your country as Santa or Mrs. Claus.
That's correct. One of the other segments that we're looking to bring in for 2022 is a Mrs. Claus segment. On that, we're going to bring in certain Mrs. Clauses by invitation. We'll have a round table. We'll do different things there to help promote, network with Mrs. Clauses. And one last segment that we've jotted down so far, if I was an agent, and this is from Santa's perspective. We did Santa's perspective last year as a segment. We're going to continue that segment, but this is kind of an add-on to that. If I was an agent, there's so many guys that work for different agents. Some of them love them, some of them disagree with them. So that'll be a great segment to kind of get out into the community and find out what everyone likes and doesn't like. So right now at this time, looks like we've got a couple of questions in the box over here. Santa Adam, you got a question? What would that be? Go ahead and type it in.
Hi, Santa John. Glad to have you with us, buddy, over there from Mississippi.
Yeah, and John, you have a question too? Go ahead and type that in. We'll address both those questions at this point.
Hello to Australia. Glad to see y'all back with us this year. Appreciate you guys being with us from down under.
Well, those guys down there are having a tougher time than we are. Their lockdown is extreme. They have had a tough go with the COVID, and we just pray that you guys down under are staying healthy and that we can figure out a way out of this thing and get everyone back to work, back out doing what we love to do as Santas and Mrs. Clauses.
Yeah, y'all have to overlook me if I'm tongue-tied today. I'm supremely jacked for the national championship game tonight, being a Alabama fan. So I've been, my nerves has been on end from yesterday.
I was going to mention that because everyone knows you're a big Bama fan, and I know we have some Bulldog fans out there too. So good luck to both teams tonight. I hope everyone makes it through the game without any injuries, and just let it be a great game. And may the best team today win. Of course, Bama being ranked number 1, Georgia being ranked number 3, it is going to be a fantastic game. So even if you're not a college football fan or you don't watch, this is the game to watch.
Oh, yeah, and I've heard I've been nominated for the All-American team at right sofa position, so I play a pretty mean right sofa, and I come up and kind of make a block if I have to. So, Coach Saban, if you need me, keep that in your back pocket there, buddy. I got you.
Come off the couch, right? Okay, so we have a Facebook user. Again, guys, we are right back where we was last year. You have to go over and grant StreamYard and Facebook permission because this is a second and third party app to be able to use your Facebook name. And if you are not doing that or cannot get your name to come up for whatever reason, before you put your comment in, just type your name first and put ... or space it or something so we know who we're talking to. We have a question over here that says, who wants to see Mrs. Claus? You can't see my name, right? Laugh out loud. And this is true. We cannot see your name, so we're not sure where that comment came from.
Yeah, it's real easy. Once you give StreamYard permission to use your Facebook profile thing, it'll pop up every time.
Yes, it will. And just real quick, we were really rushed today to get the program started on time. We had some things that happened just before that was out of our control. So I did not get a chance to go over and set my settings, so I look washed out and pale today. I'm not sick. I'm 100% healthy and loving the fact that we're back on the air. So don't look at my picture and think that there's something wrong with me. It's terrible. Santa Adam Renfro has private messaged me and a few others. He has got a idea. They're planning to ring a bell ringing ceremony for I'm not sure if I interpreted that right, but for those that we've lost. Adam, is that true? And wants to know if anyone would like to join in. I'm not sure what kind of platform he's going to use. This is in the beginning stages. This is just an idea that he had. I know that me being a member of the Lone Star Santas organization, that every time we lose a member, we go to the service celebration of life that we have for that particular person that we lost, be it Mrs. Claus or Santa, and we do a bell ringing ceremony. And this is just a carry on of that. It's a great way to moralize and tribute to a fallen Santa or Mrs. Claus.
We lost some good ones.
I'm sorry, Barry.
We lost some good ones over the holidays.
Well, that was the next thing I was going to mention. Of course, quite a few of them that really touches our heart. I tell you one that I know has affected the community across the board, and that is Darlene Ray, Rex Ray's wife. Oh my goodness, we had them on last season. What a lovely and wonderful couple. We had so many response to the fact that how good of an interview that was, how sweet of a couple they was, how gracious they are, how well business minded they were, and how they enjoyed little Darlene's creations. And it's quite a loss to the community to lose Darlene. And throughout this next season here on probably the Tuesday Night Live show, but we are going to dedicate shows to those who we lost this year. We also lost Brad Imhausen, Kat's husband, and another shocker, one that not a lot of folks know, but is very well known here in North Texas. One of our good Texas State Santas, Lone Star Santas, passed away recently, and we miss him dearly also. Did we ever get that question from JD Williams?
I don't think I saw one of him. I was going to give everybody a little tip. I don't know, during the season, we had these rings right here that Spangle at Stuff for Santa sponsors the show and everything has with this red ring. I don't know if you used yours or not, but one of the great little effects I did was I'd take a D-light and I'd light it up and take that magic out of my ring and give the child a little Christmas spirit. And that just seemed to blow their little minds when I did that. So I don't know if any of y'all has one of these rings or these D-lights, but that's a great prop to have in your arsenal.
Yes, it is, and a great way to add that little touch of magic to any visit. Real quick, I didn't finish my thought before. Tommy McIntyre was the Santa here in North Texas that we lost, and loved dearly by many, and so just want to give a mention to him real quick.
We got some special people coming up on our show. Our first guest is going to be Santa Stephen Arnold. Our second guest is brand new Santa Claus Hall of Fame member, Santa Tom Cortamilla out of Tennessee. He's a great guy. We're going to have him. Then we're going to have something the third week different for you. We're going to have a Santa Claus, but it's played by a female. We're going to have Santa Melissa with us as our guest. And then our fourth guest lined up so far is JD Williams. He's going to be with us and share some of his knowledge and experience of working with iBurbs from over the years and doing things and setting up the conventions like the Gatlinburg Gathering and stuff. So we'll get some information on that. So it should be a great season coming up.
JD is also an author, has a book that he published here over a year ago, and he'll talk about that when we have him on. It's a fantastic book. I have not read it. I'm sorry that I haven't, but I've heard a lot of great things about his book. And I had a long conversation with JD yesterday. It was a fantastic conversation. He and I share a lot of the same values, thoughts, and so we're looking forward to having him on, as well as Santa Melissa and Tom. Tom is one of my mentors. Tom and Gordon Bailey took me under their wings when I first came into the industry, and I would not be who I am without those two guys guiding me, sharing information with me, networking, and just setting me off on the right foot. Okay, JD's got his question up here, Barry. You want to address it?
Said I will be purchasing 2 tickets for the Atlanta. Does IBRBS have a system in place to purchase tickets from other participants who now cannot attend for any reason, i.e. illness, death, etc.? Not sure, but we can ask Stephen tomorrow night about that.
Yeah, I haven't talked to Stephen yet. That was one of the things I was going to address with him because John had asked me about that yesterday on our telephone conversation. And I know in the past it's kind of been, if you had tickets, you wasn't going to sell them, you would go to the ISC Facebook group and work that out between you and the second party. And I do know that there was talk of a running list of those who wanted to sell their tickets. And I'm not sure if IBRBS put that together or not, but we'll ask Stephen tomorrow night for sure. Again, JD, it's good to have you on here, brother.
Yeah, glad to have everyone with us here this Monday for the Barry and Bob show. Good to see y'all. And glad to be back. It's been a long season. It seemed like it was forever.
It did, just barely over 7.5 weeks, and it seemed like forever, like you said. 7.5 weeks at a mall, in a busy mall, is a long season. But I got to tell you, I've done those many a years, and this hiatus from Facebook, Sat Bob's Live, Monday Barry and Bob show, and Tuesday Night Live has just seemed like forever and ever. Okay, so we're going to kind of try to keep it a little bit short today. We're not going to run over very long, so we're going to start winding it down here. If you have any other questions, comments, anything you'd like to see on our show, any questions that you'd like to go ahead and submit for Stephen, such as the one that JD just sent in about purchasing the tickets, let us know. That way we can go ahead and have it ready for tomorrow night and we don't forget it or you don't forget it. So if you have anything there, go ahead and submit it to us now. If you have any suggestions for future shows, be it guests or topics, just drop us a line, me or Barry, or our producer, Angela Mack. And real quick on that, she was using the name Elf Angela, which is still what we call her, but Facebook kind of frowned on the fact that she was using Elf as a prefix. So she changed her Facebook group or page to Angela Mack. Her real name is Angela McMasters Cortez, Cortes, but she's going by Angela Mack. And thank you for everything you do, Angie.
And for those of you who don't know, that's Bob's daughter.
Correct.
She does a great job. We appreciate you, Angie, behind the scenes there.
And Adam says, how was your Christmas session? I believe session season, whatever we're looking at there. I know for myself, and real quick, like I said, we don't want to run too long today, but it was the busiest season in 9 years that I've had at one of the top malls in the Dallas, Texas area. And I have talked to other Santas since the season was over with, and it pretty much seems to be across the board that everyone was busier than normal. I know for me, as a fact, 95% of every family that came through the line in a little over 5 weeks that I was in the chair had either newborn babies up to a year and a half or so toddlers. And that is, of course, due to the lockdown, not being able to get out, going anywhere. So I really believe when the stats come out, this may be a bigger boom, baby boom, than post-World War II. So unbelievable how many babies. So my attendance was up probably by 90% at least.
I saw a tremendous amount over there. I had a 140-mile commute every day, round trip to Huntsville, Alabama, to the Cabela store where I was at. And youngest baby I saw this season was 3 days.
Yes.
3 days. That's crazy.
I've had the honor of that in the past. The youngest I saw this year was a week old. And, what is really special, Barry, in the past seasons, I've had preemies, babies that were born before the due date that actually came to see me before they was actually supposed to be born. And that's super special because that's kind of a double whammy there. I'll never forget, it's 4 years ago, I had a woman come from the hospital. Her husband wheels her in her gown, in a wheelchair, with a 2-day-old baby that was a preemie that was born 2.5 weeks premature, to get pictures with Santa. She came straight from the hospital. Now, to each his own, but I don't know. I think if I was a woman, I'd go home and, get some rest and then come back to get that Santa picture. But that's what she done. And I was extremely honored that she chose me to bring the little one too. And it was a very special moment for me, one I'll never forget.
Man, they're all precious. And even the little older children, the unconditional love they give Santa, there's no amount of money that you could purchase that with when they throw those little arms out and they come running and just jump up on your knee. It's precious to me. It melts my heart.
Especially after everything that the small children have been through for the last 2 years with the COVID lockdown, the mask mandates. We're trying to do what we have to do to try to squash this thing. But it seems the more effort we put into trying to squash it, the more it seems to spread. But anyway, the one thing that I saw, and this is something that we'll hit on more in the near future, this is something else that I've spoke to several Santas about. And what I saw was children 2 and under are disconnected with society because they've been locked down at home most of the time. If they do get out, they wear a mask. I know this year you had the option at my mall to social distance and wear a mask, and or business as usual, take your mask off, sit with Santa, get the picture. And out of probably 30,000 children estimated I saw this year, I had 3 that opted to wear the mask, and all 3, the parents was encouraging them to take it off, and they wouldn't do it. But I saw that so many times that parents would almost have to force their child to take that mask off because they were so freaked out about being maskless.
Yeah, just some of the parents I noticed were disconnected. You ask them, especially if they had a little child that, you thought might be scared of Santa. you tell them, listen, back them in where the child can't see you and set them down on your knee and stuff. And what do? They get it right up to you. Hey, look at Santa. This is Santa. And then, of course, they're going to melt down. You have no chance of getting them back. They just don't listen.
And once they're meltdown, they're not going to come back. I've even had parents go down to the cookie store, which is just within eyesight of my set, get them a cookie. They come back all happy, joyful, but the second they try to set them down with Santa, they go to pieces again. So, the meltdown is real. The parents don't listen a lot of times when you ask them to do it the other way. If they would just listen, they would get a good picture. But with all that said, there is a vast majority of parents and grandparents that want that crying baby picture. That happens. Santa throws up a hand here, and I cry with them. And that's usually the picture that they'll buy because that's what they come to get. So always cater to your public, to the people who are coming to see. They're the end result. They're the ones that are buying the photos. Glenn Hill, great point there, brother. Glenn says we have a studio, so that plus the hospital days, I did just over 800 booking sessions, which was roughly worked out to be around 2,000 kids. That's a fantastic season, Glenn. Yeah. John Davis has one for you, Barry.
Oh, yeah, I saw it. He said he guarantees a team from the SEC will win. That's what my money's on right there. Team in red to win the ball game.
That's a trick. All right, so hi, sorry, late. Not real sure who we are there again. If it comes up Facebook user for us, I know you can see your name, but we may have to make it standard that everyone types their name in first before a comment. That way we know who we're talking to. You can go, F. Angela just put up here on the screen instructions on how to get around that. But again, if you think that there's a case that we don't see your name, just throw your name in there first.
Well, it's great being back with you, Bob, and we'll look forward to this 2022 season of Sat Bob's Live and the Tuesday Night Live show, bringing everybody a lot of knowledge. Hopefully you'll be with us and we'll learn and rock it for 2022.
Randall, good to see you, man. And hey, tomorrow night, if you're late, don't fret, because remember, all the Bob and Barry shows and the Tuesday Night Live shows get put up on the Sat Bob's Live, and you can always go back and watch the replays there. All right, so if we don't have any more questions at this time, I think we're going to try to wrap it up here. And again, reiterating what Barry just said, it is so wonderful to be back with everyone. We hope that we can continue to bring you meaningful content, over-the-top guests. I hope that throughout the 2022 season, which will be a longer season than we had last year because we've got an earlier start. We didn't start till March last year. We're starting here in January this year. So we had 30 episodes last year. We're looking at probably over 40 this year. So again, hopefully we can meet your expectations and we can all share, network, and learn something from each other. And again, please, and I know we beat this horse to death, but we feel so strong about this show and have had so many positive comments. If any way at all you can help share about our show, either by sharing the tab on your computer or just talking with your buddies, or when you have a chapter meeting or a get-together, mention us and ask them just to drop in and see. We may not be for everyone. If we're not, we're sorry, but we hope that everyone enjoys what we do. Barry?
Yeah, guys, and also, if you're having a chapter meeting or something and say you're around the Middle Tennessee, southeastern region, send us an invite. Maybe one of us will show up. If it's within driving distance or something, maybe Bob and I can pop in on one of your meetings sometimes. So we'd love to do that. And Bob's also got this belt buckle here that
this
Scott
is
Parker
a Santa by Parker. This is Scott Parker design. This is a design that he came up with, intellectual property. It is made by the same folks who make the championship rodeo buckles. It's one of the top silversmiths in the country. And Scott has asked us to run a special. Scott, I'm sorry I didn't write down the date that you wanted to run this till, but they've been $2.99 regular price. And we are now discounting this down. We've got 14 of these left. They are have serial numbers on the back, 1 through 25. We have various numbers left, but we have 14 total of these left. We're discounting them down to $275. Now, this is a high-end buckle. And I must tell you, and this is no bull, I got more compliments on this buckle than all the other 6 I have combined this season. Almost everyone that came through the line, be them cowboys or farmers or whatever, commented on my buckle. I wore it every day at the mall and with rave review. And I was so proud to wear it. And he says till February 28th. That special is through February 28th. Spangle the Clown and I are the 2 that are selling these buckles. So contact either Spangle or myself and order yourself one if you'd like to have one. Like I said, it is a high-end buckle. The Awesome Santa belts by Richard Christie went out of business, and this is not going to replace that big Santa buckle or SC buckle, but it's actually more quality than that. It's made out of better material. It's got 3 different materials. It's got a rose finish to it. It's absolutely beautiful.
Scott just made a point. That's free shipping with that $279 price too.
That is correct. I failed to say that, Scott. Thank you so much, and thank you, Scott, for bringing that to the market and allowing me to be a part of the process of trying to share it with everyone out there. We have no intentions of making any more after the first 25, although I guess you never say never, but our intention was 25 limited edition. And so we've got 14 left for anyone who wants it. Just contact one of us, please. All right, Barry, you want to take us out of here?
Yep. Good to see everybody. Reach up there and give us a like and share, because every time you do, it helps others see what we're doing here. And you can find us at our 2 Facebook groups. One, Sat Bob's Live. And the second group is the Santa and the Business of Being Santa, where we'll be with you every Monday afternoon at 3 p.m. Central Time, and the Tuesday night live show at 7 p.m. Central every Tuesday. So come back and be with us. And remember, we do this because we care.
That's correct. And we simulcast to both groups. And again, you can always come back and watch the replay as many times as you want to. The door is always open and the light's always on. So come back and visit us soon. We'll see everyone hopefully tomorrow night. Until then, God bless, take care, and thank you so much for joining us today.
God bless you.